podcast. Today is Saturday, February 17th, and this is episode 44. I'm Elizabeth.
I'm Melissa.
I'm Carrie.
And this is our Fibery Goodness podcast. We mostly talk about knitting, but some crochet, sometimes quilting, circular sock machines. Melissa does some spinning, so she talks about that every now and then. And just all kinds of fun stuff, general life stuff as well. Okay, we'll get started with what we're wearing.
Do you want me to go first?
Sure.
I have a few things, but the only thing that's knitted is this wallaby from Darlene. She got it for me for Christmas. So
It's beautiful.
it's going to
so
come
cute.
off because it's cold here in South Texas today, which is kind of amazing that we have this much cool weather this late in the winter season.
Yeah.
But I also have this cute little shirt. I don't know if I've worn it to a podcast before. And it says, Nacho Average Knitter.
That's awesome.
So, and then for Christmas,
I love that.
my kids got me a Birdie Parker necklace to match the earrings they got me the year before. So these were 2022 Christmas, 2023 Christmas.
This necklace is really
So,
It's very pretty.
so I'm completely knitting accessorized.
very nice. Melissa.
This is a hokey pattern. You made one too. What is this called again?
Like a
Like
cloud?
a cloud.
Mhm.
I striped mine because I had some yarn from Tuesday morning and I had the right amount of yardage, but I had
Very
to do
pretty.
two colors
Very
with the
pretty.
mohair held in there. So super comfy, fun pattern.
I've been wearing mine a lot lately.
Mhm.
I actually been wearing it like in the morning as a robe, almost like over my pajamas.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, just because it's so lightweight,
Mhm.
and I thought, why not?
Sure.
So,
Yes.
yeah, I love mine. It's good. And I'm wearing the watercolor sweater by Tiff Nealon, and I did this a couple years ago. It was a kit from Lavender Loon Yarn Co. And Tiff, like I said, Tiff Nealon did the design, and it's done in Merino DK. And when I bought the kit, I was like, oh yeah, DK, great. And then without reading the pattern, because I'd been eyeing it on Instagram, and when I got it, it was DK held double, so it's bulky. And I was like, oh boy, that's not great for our weather. But I actually have worn it a few times because I don't need a coat or anything. I just wear a t-shirt and wear this. And it's the colors were Ghost Horse and Deep Forest held together, and then Stormy Skies and Natural, which is the color work. And it's just the blending of everything is so beautiful on
It's
it.
very beautiful.
And, yeah, so I like it. And the design was really great. Very clear pattern. I highly recommend it. Good fit.
And knit up really fast too, being that it's
Oh,
bulky.
yeah, it really fast. It did. Yeah.
Double.
Yeah, I got it home, but I'm like, well, it seems like a lot of yarn for one sweater. And I was like, oh, you hold it double. That's going to be very warm for Texas.
Extra warm.
But that's okay. I like it.
Yeah.
So it's really squishy too. So, all right. Well, how about FOs?
Okay, you want me to go first?
Sure.
Okay, so I texted you a couple of pictures. So I have a couple of FOs that have already been given as a gift. It was Darlene's birthday. So I think you guys remember I was making that brioche baby blanket with the white and the mustard yellow back and forth on the brioche. So I gifted her that. And then it's been a while since I've showed it, but it's the virus shawl, and it was in like whites all the way to turquoise colors. It was crocheted, and it's like a big triangular shawl. So Melissa will insert pictures for those items. And then the only other FO I have is my daughter's expecting in a couple of months. So
Oh, it's so pretty.
I finished this one.
Oh, that's so cute.
This is Sharon's Glamping Blanket is the name of the
I want
pattern.
this for myself.
And it's made out, and there's another size larger than this that's called a sofa size. This is the dog or lap blanket size. There's 4 sizes in the one pattern, so you can do like tiny, and then I think baby, and then dog or lap, and then sofa. So the sofa had even a couple of more sections before the ribbing, but
So cute.
yeah, Sharon's Glamping Blanket, and it's made out of Barocco Comfort.
It's really cute. I love the colors.
Thank you. And that's it for my FOs.
Nice. Melissa, do you have any FOs?
I finished my Thursday night socks.
They're pretty.
Oh, those are really nice.
It was a really nice pattern, 2-row repeat. I followed it exactly with the heel flap turn, whatever you call that.
Fill out and adjust it?
Yeah. I'm sorry, my brain's not
Yeah,
working.
that's okay.
So I got these done on Thursday night.
I love
They're
that.
Thursday night socks, and you got them
Oh my gosh.
Thursday.
Did you work on them on Thursday night?
Yes. Yep.
Those are really cute.
So I think I will be making another one because I really like the pattern.
That pattern's really nice. I have to get that pattern.
And then these
Who's
are.
the designer?
I don't even remember.
Okay. Sorry.
Knit. I don't remember. I'll have to write it in or something.
Yeah, no
So
problem.
these are. I showed these last time, but I just have a thumb, so to me they're finished. So
As long as you only have one thumb.
To me, they're finished too.
they're finished.
Here, cut your thumb off.
Yeah.
They're done.
I'm giving them to a coworker.
finished.
They're made out of my hand spun.
Are you going to cut her thumb off
Bye.
first?
No, I'll finish it. I promise.
Okay.
So.
I quite like the pink cord around. You
Oh, you like
You
it?
know,
as
you
a
could
design?
tie. You could actually tie it if you put the cord together, right here to this end,
Okay.
and then you could put your hand in it and then tie it in a bow, and
Oh.
like just be part of
Little
the
design element.
works.
little design
But
element of the
I
pattern.
did do what Elizabeth told us with using that little clippy thing
Oh, yeah.
on there. So
That works out nice, doesn't it?
it does. And then, because I don't remember everything, I do have hand spun finish. It's
That
a
is so
2-ply. It was, I think the colorway was Dragonfly. Again, I probably was like mad cleaning my craft room or something and threw the bag away with all the information. But I think I got it pretty close to finger weight.
It's beautiful.
So I'm excited about that one.
What are you going to make with it, do you
I have
know?
no idea. But I should make something so I know how my
Yeah.
yarn
Very pretty.
It's gorgeous. Gorgeous. Okay, well, I have a couple.
I think she has more than a couple. I think you should go
Small. I did a lot of small
or
things.
Several.
So
Not a couple.
I made, my first one is the Chubby Butterflies hat by Joji Locatelli. And I did this, you want to hold it for a second?
Sure.
Drop it on my notes. Sorry, I did it, sorry. I was at Hill Country Weaver and Kai Wynn helped me. I was just kind of browsing. She's like, oh, have you seen this new spin cycle? Plump? Yeah, plump base. And I'm like, no, of course, she hands me this color, knowing that it's my color. I'm like, okay, smooth move, Kai Wynn.
It's like handing me
But
something.
anyway,
handy,
so I'm like, okay. And she's like, you could use that for that Joji hat. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, sure. So then we decided, they sell the Hill Country Weavers, I think it's called Naturally HCW. It's their own yarn, and it's undyed. And this was I think the base is called Lucinda, but it's basically an unspun yarn, and it's super bulky. And so she said, try it with this. I said, okay. So I did, and I got to let her know the results.
Was it complicated?
No, the pattern was
Okay.
really easy.
That's good.
What's really kind of fun about it, and you do it on a US 8. This was a little bit almost too bulky, but I managed. But if you flipped it inside out, you almost could wear it, except for where I had to weave in my ends on that big chunky yarn. But you can, it almost looks like just a ribbed hat on the inside, which is, I thought was kind of wild.
That is
But-
kind of wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's really cute. It's really cute on because the butterflies kind of spread their wings. So, yeah. But anyway, so yeah, that's my first one.
She
One
said
down.
a couple, so there's only one more
wrote them all
coming.
down too. Okay, then I made the modern Argyle cowl.
I wish they had Field Tube
Oh.
TV or something, but
It was by Sweater Freak.
it is so
the
soft.
pattern. And I did it in Clinton Hill Cashmere, and the colorways Onyx and Winter White. And I did it on a US 4 for the ribbing and a US 5 for the main part.
That's beautiful.
And the pattern's so cute. It has this kind of
Oh my
split here, so that when it's on your neck,
Smell
it kind of
it.
splits. And it is just, I mean, it was very expensive, Kyle. It was like $52 a skein. It took 2 skeins. So, I mean, it was like a $100 project. But it is pure, I'd call it pure luxury. I mean,
It's so
knitting
soft.
it was just like that going through my hands. I got like
It is
hours
so
of
soft.
enjoyment, and then the finished project, I just am in love with it. And I would like to do another one for my mom. But
Would you do the same colors?
I'd probably do a different color for her, maybe. I don't know.
It's neat how it has like the split in the back.
It is kind of giving you a
Yeah.
little bit of space.
It's beautiful.
And I did have a little bit of yarn left over, which, I don't know, maybe I'll do my mom's with the white and like navy or something.
Oh, that'll be pretty.
I don't know.
Or burnt orange.
In case my mom doesn't want it.
In case
I
orange
might know
isn't
someone
Nancy's
who
color.
does.
Yeah.
I was kidding, Karen. So, anyway, I'm very happy with that project. I highly recommend the pattern. I would love to have a sweater with this motif.
Oh,
And even if it was just like partial around the yoke or something, maybe there is
The
one, I don't
argyle is
know.
so 80s and 90s, so but
And
it's
it's
coming
just
back.
the way it's like
It's beautiful.
twisted almost in the, yeah,
It's super soft.
it's really nice. And then my sister lives out in Lake Tahoe, and they've been getting a ton of snow. So
I bet they have.
And she teaches at a Waldorf school, and so she's like, "Could you make me an, what does she call it, a gnome hat or an elf hat?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" She's like, like a pixie hat." I'm like, "Okay." So I was like, "Send me a picture," because you never know with her, she calls it one thing. So I said, "Send me a picture." So she sent me a picture of something she found on Pinterest. So then I was like, "Okay, yeah, I can do that." So I just created a pattern, and so this is kind of a hat.
Do you see how easy it is for Elizabeth to just create a pattern?
Let's
I
do the
get a
basic
picture from
hat.
Pinterest and I'm like in pure
Well, this had
panic
no
mode.
cables. It's just figuring out the decreases is all. But you can see it kind of is marled. And so what I did, and it's very, very dense. It's going to be a very warm hat. I had some leftover Lion Brand Fisherman's Wool, which is very economical yarn. And I held that double. And I paired it with, I used just all stash. I had an old skein from a Stephen West cow of Knit Picks palette in the color Blossom Heather, which is fingering. I used one strand of that, 2 strands of the Fisherman's Wool, and then I had some La Bienne Amé, so a little bit of luxury mixed in with the economical yarn. I had some Kumo base, which is her Surrey silk base, in the colorway Sansa and Dawn, and I held one strand of each of these. And created this really cool fabric.
It's beautiful.
What size needles?
That
'Cause it
one,
seems really thick.
yeah, it's very thick. So I started with a US 9 for the ribbing, and then I did like maybe 2 rows. I'm like, okay, I gotta bump up to a 10. So then I didn't want to undo it because of all the yarns. So then I moved up to a size 10. Probably could have even done a 10.5, but she wanted it really dense because it's so cold out there. So I sent her a picture of it. She liked it. I put it on. Had my dad take a picture. She liked it. So
That's awesome.
yeah, so that, and then she also wanted some fingerless gloves, which she's been asking me. She wears them every day in her classroom. And so I had some alpaca that a woman that I was paired up with at a retreat from the Wool Slayers podcast several years ago. And this woman had a couple of alpaca, I don't know how many she had, not huge farm, but she had a few, and she spun her own yarn, and she brought this as a gift for me for being roomies, which I thought was so sweet. I think her name was Ellen, and I've been saving it because it was special and I didn't know what to do with it. But my sister has been raving about these alpaca things that she's purchased at like markets out there, and so I'm like, I have some alpaca, I'll make you some gloves. So I made these in this beautiful camel color, and I did them on my circular sock machine, which is an Erlbacher Speedster, on a 48 stitch cylinder. So they're really nice.
And they're hand spun. That's neat.
Yeah, she's gonna love them. And
She did a beautiful job spinning it.
yeah, the yarn was, and I still have some left over, so I'm not sure if I'll make a hat or put it in with something else and make a hat, or
Sure.
a headband. Maybe I could do a headband for her. I probably have enough to do a headband, or I might have enough to do a short pair of gloves for myself. So, but she likes them longer, so
Mhm.
I made them for her. And then I made a pair of socks for my mom.
Oh, they're so cute.
Aw.
And see, those are your colors.
So I made these. I made them for Valentine's Day for my mom on my Erlbacher CSM. Thank you, Carrie. And the yarn is from the Cozy Knitter on her Bliss base, which is 80% superwash merino and 20% nylon. And the colorway is Princess Party.
Aw,
that
it
is a
does look
princess
like a
party.
princess.
So I gave them to her on Valentine's Day. I'm like, okay, now I need them back.
Yeah, I got a podcast.
You
for
can't wear
them.
them yet.
Happy Valentine's Day. I need those.
But she wanted them to be a little bit longer, so I made a little longer for her. So anyway, that, and then the only other thing I have is kind of a redo, and it is, so I have this yarn my mom bought me, and I made this cowl called the Albany Alpaca Cowl, which is really cute, and it's in Blue Sky Fibers. The designer is Jane Weitenheimer, and the yarn is Blue Sky Fibers, and it's they're 100% baby alpaca, and it's super soft, very, very lovely yarn. And I made it to pattern a few years ago, and I never wore it. Like I wore it once or twice, and that was it. And so I'm like looking at it, going through my closet, I'm like, why did I never wear this? Because I really love it. And it occurred to me, it's because it was too wide and it just hung on me too much. And I'm like, if I wanted a cowl like this, I wanted it to kind of be up here. And after knitting the Argyle cowl, I thought, oh, I like a closer fitting cowl. So I ripped it all out, frogged it all, and I reknit it. So I went from, I think the original one calls for 162 stitches, and I went down to 104 stitches, and it's perfect. So it's snug, and then it kind of just bunches up. So
Cute.
kind of a redo.
I mean, it's a whole reknit, so.
Yeah, and I have yarn left over, so again, I'll probably either do a hat or some fingerless gloves
Sure.
to match. And I thought, well, what am I gonna wear? Because I really love the pattern, you know, the colors, and I love the yarn, but I just wasn't wearing it. So I thought, I guess I'll try to do something with it.
Good
I'm
job.
happy. Good job. So take a look at some of your stuff if you're not wearing it. See if you can repurpose the yarn or do something. Yeah, it's a little it was a little bit spaghetti-ish, you know, because I didn't.
Ramen.
Yeah, you like ramen? Yeah, ramen.
Uh-huh.
Because I didn't steam it out or anything once I unraveled it. I just reknit it. I'm like, it's good. So anyway, those are my
Good
finished
job.
objects.
Okay, so she said a couple. How many is a couple to Elizabeth?
I think that was like
Let's go 1,
It's 6,
okay,
2,
3,
but one's a redo. So
4, 5,
6.
6.
So if Elizabeth talks about a couple, you
Just
really know
remember,
me. 6.
they're all
6
small
items.
though.
6 is a couple.
They're all small. So that is a couple.
Size doesn't matter, Elizabeth. It's how you use the yarn.
Oh my, that's funny. All right, well, how about whips? I know you guys always kill me on whips. See,
I
just
have a
finished them.
ton of
They
whips,
just
but
keep
I think
knitting
only brought 3. Do you want to go first? Do you have any whips?
Yeah. Well, I just finished my socks. So my friend Jennifer and I, we were gonna do where we work on a new pair of socks 1 month and then work on an old project next. So I'm gonna pull out my Amy cardigan because I only have a sleeve left and then the collar bands.
I found my yarn.
Oh, good.
Where was it?
Well, I cleaned my yarn closet because it was out of control, and I had tons of yarn that I had gotten late last year that I never put in Ravelry. So I'm like, okay, accountability, you got to get this in there. So I one day got all of it out and I logged it all. There was a lot that I hadn't logged, and put it all in bins. I'm still trying to figure out the storage, but in the process of pulling everything out, I located the bag that had my
Okay. Good.
my yarn for my Amy cardigan. Sorry, didn't mean to do
No,
you.
that's okay.
I'm so glad you found it.
I know, because I'm like, how can I lose all that lobby anime?
So I've been going to sewing with friends on Monday, and I've been slowly cutting out a quilt for Valentine's Day. Well, obviously I didn't get it done for Valentine's Day.
But there's always next year.
Is this the kit you showed us last time?
Yes.
Okay. It's so cute.
So this is the pattern right here. And I bought this kit last year on Etsy. So I got all the little heart fabric cut out. So these are fat ace, they call them. So I got these all cut out. And then I'm gonna go today, and they're having a sew Saturday. So I'm gonna go today and then hopefully finish cutting out some of the white. So we'll see how that goes. And then I just finished that fiber spin, so I need to go into my stash and try to find something else to spin. So,
Do you have a lot of fiber?
a good amount.
You never
not
talk
huge.
about how much fiber you have, so I
No.
wondered.
Have
Do
probably
you have
about
more
a
fiber or
dozen.
more yarn?
More yarn. That's why,
That
like, when
answers
we
it.
go to Dallas or do any of those shows, I'm always like, Okay, I come by fiber because I don't have as much as yarn.
Yeah.
So, and then I don't know, these are a whip or not. Well, anyways, we'll
Well,
just
you
put that down.
can't double dip. So
Okay.
either it's a FO or a whip. You get to choose.
It's in the middle. It's confused right now.
With
This
ish.
is an FO and this is a whip. So she
Okay.
is double dipping.
I am. I like Carrie's logic.
You're the good cop, I'm the bad cop. Do you want me to go? I only have one.
I know which one it is, so go ahead.
Oh, do you want to do yours first?
No,
I
no,
don't need
there you
to
go.
talk
You go.
first.
No, go.
Okay, so I have, Darlene wanted to do the,
No
No Frills cardigan by Petite Knit
for Shyla.
for Shyla. So she said, does anyone want to do it? So I said, sure. If I could find some yarn in my stash. So I did. I found some yarn in my stash and now I lost my notes. Hold on. And it is, the yarn I chose was by Artistic Lily. It's a mohair that I had gotten, and she doesn't dye anymore. But it was called Vintage Valentine, and I have that in my stash. And then this is really old stash, Madeline Tosh Merino Light in the colorway Coquette, and I had a sweater's quantity of that.
That color's the same color as my
Oh,
Madeline Tosh Rios. Oh no, this is Malabrigo Rios.
But it's
Sorry.
very similar.
It is very similar.
Yeah.
I heard the name and I thought it was the same, but no, I think this one is called something. Fuchsia maybe.
Oh, okay. Very similar though. Anyway, I wasn't sure in the skein if it was gonna be like, what did I call it? Barbie camo? No, it's gonna be some Barbie camo. But
But it looks beautiful.
when I started knitting it, like literally I started one night at like 10:30 at night and I was up till 2 o'clock in the morning. Because
Wow.
once I started, I was like, oh my God, this feels so good. And I loved it. So.
Man,
This
if
is
Barbie camo was a
Barbie
color.
camo needs to be a color.
It does.
Anyone dye
if it
yarn
looks like
to
that.
Barbie camo. And so,
That's
yeah,
beautiful.
so I'm at the point where I have knit down, done all the increases for the sleeve portion, and now I'm just increasing on the body and the back, and knitting down, and then eventually connect it, not in the round, but
Yeah,
You know
divide
what I
for
mean.
sleeves. Yeah.
divide for sleeves. Thank
Sure.
you.
Mhm.
Yep. So that is that. Oh, and I got these cute new stitch stoppers. They're
They are
slots.
cute.
So, and
And your bird bag.
oh yeah, I have a new bag. This is
Beautiful.
a bird. I called it the gilded sparrow. It's a big bag. It's very deep, and I made it deep specifically because I like to be able to roll it down. And the inside has pockets all the way across. So there's 3 pockets.
Oh, that's so pretty.
And then a hook for
Little
stitch
D-rings
markers or
for
whatever.
the, yeah.
So I have one of them in my shop. I only made 2, so that's it. Oh, I do have one other. Sorry, whip.
Go.
Very quick. My Pearl Soho Square. I finally hit the 50% mark. I was very close last time, but I'm there. And then I was going to add the next color, which is I forget what color way it
Pretty
is,
color.
but this gold color. But I couldn't find my pattern, the printout, and I was like, I'm not printing it out again. I'll wait. And I wanted to work on other things anyway, but I'm down, officially down and ready to start the second half. I'm down to the 2 stitches that you have left, plus your edge stitching. And then you turn and I'll be adding that butterscotch color. So,
Good job.
and then oh, these are really cute too. These are
Oh
new.
my gosh. Stop.
They are pretty.
flower cows. Stitch stoppers, those are new too in my shop. I just got those. So, anyway, that's it. Okay, I'm done.
Well, we all know that I never join along or like cast on new things when everybody else in the group is doing that. So I thought, Darlene wanted me to start the cardigan also, and I thought, well, I guess if I have to.
You never join along.
I mean, honestly,
how
it's,
long
the
have you-
easiest, it's the easiest thing to get me to join along. So if
You just say, Carrie, she says, yep.
I'll be there. I got the stash.
Right.
Oh my gosh, that's
Oh my
great.
God, that's so pretty too.
Now I feel bad I didn't join, but I don't really have a lot of mohair in my stash.
Oh my gosh, I'm like loving mohair again. I mean, I never did
enjoying
love
it.
mohair, but
I am enjoying
it's
it.
so, it just creates such a luxurious fabric.
I think the difference here is that I think Elizabeth's probably making a size small and I'm making
Yeah,
a size
I am.
large. So,
You're making a large.
but I have divided for sleeves. So,
Oh.
and this is the actual yarn that I'm using. So I've had this for a while. It's Barnyard Knits Plum Blossom. I bought it a couple years ago along with Shibui Knits Silk Cloud, which is discontinued and recontinued.
Yes, that one has
However, this color is bone, is not one of the colors.
Oh, it's not?
Ivory
Oh.
is, and it's a touch different. It
Yeah,
won't
it's more
work.
yellow.
And I do need a couple more of this one, but I did find a lady on Ravelry that was willing to sell me too. So I don't
Okay.
have them yet, but I should have them soon. So, but this is
That's such a
exactly what I'm
beautiful color.
holding together. Are these two?
I might even have, no, I use a Rowan that's almost identical.
I'm
color.
pretty sure I searched your stash in case you had
Yeah,
any left
I was
over,
gonna say
because I needed some.
My like a cloud is this color mohair, but I use Rowan silk case, but I do have some of that left.
You
which
do
is
have-
very, very close.
And you do have bone color, just not in Silk Cloud.
Okay.
You had it in a couple of other bases.
Okay.
So yeah. So there's that one, and then
Searched my stash.
I did search your stash. I was like, maybe she has a skein that she's not going to use, and maybe I can buy it from her.
Give it to you.
So of course, there's the pink crocheted blanket.
So pretty.
So it's moving along. Got a little bit more. Hopefully, I'm done next time.
Thank you.
So my sister's throwing a shower for Paige March 3rd. And then the very next weekend, March 10th, Cody, her boyfriend, Cody's father's side of the family is throwing Paige a shower. And then the following weekend, March 17th, Cody's mom's side of the family is throwing Paige a
wow.
shower. And then Paige said to me, she said, Mom, I want you to come to all three of them. I was like, okay, all right. I haven't had an opportunity to meet
Yeah,
Cody's family.
that's
Like,
nice.
his family is very large and our family is very large. So we've never like really gotten together for Thanksgiving or Christmas. You know, that time that you like see a bunch of family and stuff. So I guess Paige figures if we're going to be passing off like a tiny human to each other, that maybe we should meet. So
Yeah.
so yeah. So we're
That's
gonna do that.
really nice.
And then, way back in the day when Antonio was born, and even before Antonio was born, when my granddaughter, who is now 15, she'll be 16 this year,
Wow.
was a baby.
She's 16?
She'll be 16 in November. I mean, she's got a while, but you know, November of this year. And
That seems crazy.
when I first started knitting, I found this pom-pom yarn, and I probably made 10 to maybe 20 pom-pom blankets, right? Well, they don't sell that yarn, at least not where I used to buy it from. They don't sell that yarn anymore. And I made Paige like 3 or 4 of them. I made Antonio 3 or 4 of them. I made so many people, so many of these pom-pom blankets. And I haven't made pom-pom blankets in a long time. So I do have a little bit of pom-pom yarn left in my stash. So Paige texts me the other day and she says, I'm just wondering if my daughter's gonna get a pom-pom blanket. I was like, I kind of didn't think of that, but yeah, I can do a pom-pom blanket. What color do you want? So I gave her like, I have like solid red, I have solid white, I have solid yellow, and then I have one that's speckled, and it's kind of like yellow, green, and red speckled together, like all kind of crazy. And Paige was like, yeah, I don't like any of those.
Oh.
And I was like, of course you don't. So I found on Amazon
Oh my
Oh my
from
gosh.
China this.
Wow.
It's a lot more expensive than what I bought 15 years ago,
Oh.
obviously. What isn't more expensive than what I
Right.
bought
Yeah.
15 years ago? And I was able to finally cast on. So,
Oh my gosh, look how cute it looks.
It is. It's fun. I haven't knit with this stuff in forever.
I've never knit with it. Oh,
Oh.
my gosh.
so there you have it.
It's
That's
interesting because
cute.
you
I've only done like 3 rows.
you
So
knit between
you do.
the
There's
pom-poms.
in between every pom-pom is 2 stitches.
Mhm.
This is so this little part makes 2 stitches. This one
Oh,
2
I see.
stitches.
Okay.
This is tied together. Obviously, I'll probably retie that so it doesn't look like that because it kind of makes the whole blanket kind of go off. But, and then you kind of get like this line of pom-poms, like just perfect line of pom-poms.
I remember when that stuff came out and everyone was buying it. It was kind of like the new fun fur.
Yeah, I mean, when I bought the kit, I knew nothing about knitting. I like saw it on, I think it was Hirschners.com.
I remember you buying like
Tons
boatloads
of
of that.
Tons of it. But it was really affordable. It was like $2.49 a skein. However, some blankets, I mean, I made some like twin to double size blankets. They took 30 skeins, right?
my
So
I'm like,
yeah.
this is pretty big for a baby.
I know. I thought, well, I couldn't remember how many to cast on, so I was just gonna keep going, but maybe I should restart it like,
Well, you could always make this the length.
I could, yeah, and just go as high. I mean, it might have been a square, but
Yeah.
anyway, so
That's fun.
yeah, those
Pretty,
are my,
really pretty color.
those are my 3 active whips, so.
Very nice.
Cute.
Very nice. Any stash enhancements?
My
Have you
mom,
helped our economy?
I have not.
Oh.
I haven't bought yarn this year. I'm so proud of
You're so
myself.
good.
But my mom.
Okay,
gave me
wait. Did
this.
your mom buy that for you and then you reimbursed her?
No.
Okay.
No. So she had this in her
pretty.
stash, and I told my mom I'm on a yarn diet. So if you have
that's
any
pretty.
sock yarn to give me, so she, or you know, if you are out shopping, so this is the Yarn Bee Authentic hand dyed in Market at Malta. So, and you don't really see this yarn at Hobby Lobby anymore.
You don't? I haven't been to Hobby
They're
Lobby.
not carrying as nearly as much.
It's kind of sad
They've
going
really-
in there.
They've like downsized their yarn like a whole aisle.
It's only like one. Yeah, it's sad. And then she has an embroidery machine, so she made me this.
Oh, nice.
That's
What's it
beautiful.
say? Can't see. It's made from unravel. That's really cute.
So she made this on her machine, and then
Aw.
did the whole thing. And it's one of those that you go like this.
Yep.
Oh, not bad.
That's really nice.
Mm-hmm.
Cute.
So I should cast on more things so I can use it, but
It matches your socks.
it does.
It does. Too bad the socks are done.
Actually, it looks cute with that yarn too. Very nice. How about you, Carrie?
So I didn't bring the yarn with me, but I got yarn to make this. And I got the exact colors that it called for, which is,
No.
I know I can't put colors together. Malabrigo Rios in Sandstorm and
I love
Glitter.
That's a pretty color. And what's that other one?
Glitter.
Glitter.
That's the blanket. It's a brioche blanket.
You've been doing a lot of brioche.
I have just been digging, yeah, glitter.
Oh.
Glitter's that,
The
it's-
darker.
It's like a burnt orange. I
Burnt
mean,
orange
imagine
color,
that.
Yeah.
And then the Sandstorm is the actual darker one. So, but yeah, I think it's gonna be really pretty. And I've also just been digging blankets lately. I don't know why. You know, you would think that I wouldn't make so many blankets because it's never cold enough here. But
So it's so funny. I made this blanket like a throw for my bed years ago when I first built my house in San Antonio, and it's not my colors anymore. When we moved, and then we moved, I gave it to my dad because it was the colors in his den in his office, and so he used it. And it's just all different yarns that I had, I don't know, acquired. It's like turquoise and green, and it's cute, but no one was using it. I'm like, whatever happened to that blanket? And I thought maybe it got thrown out, and I was like, oh, maybe I can repurpose the yarn. Well, then I looked at it, and I'm like, actually, I kind of like it. So I put it on my sofa upstairs. Well, Griffin has taken a liking to this blanket. And so he loves, and usually like he'll get up there and he'll scratch and dig, and he knows not to do that on this blanket because I yell, because you know you'll snag it. So he doesn't even do that on it. He just gets on and he just snuggles into it. And
That's
he
cute.
loves it. Sometimes in the morning we can't find him, and he's up there laying on the blanket on the sofa.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
he loves the blanket.
isn't that funny?
That is kind of funny.
I think this dog just likes wool. He's the one too that when I block a sweater, if I have it laying on the floor on my blocking mats, I have to watch because he'll go and he'll roll all over.
That's kind of cute.
He's a cat.
Oh, I
Kinda
love
like
wool.
He's at the
Anyway.
right house then.
I does.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to.
No,
Stop
my
that
only
blanket.
other stash enhancement is a gift, and it's from Darlene. And I've never heard of this bag before, so I am so behind the times because they knew what it was and I don't. But it's
So
a bog
cute.
bag.
Yeah.
And
So-
these I think are hard to get in this size because they
Yeah.
sell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so, and it's got like a whole bunch of the little like, you know, accessory bags on the inside that you can, I call it like Crocs for
Crocs, yeah.
bags, because you know, you can put like a charm on here.
Yeah.
You
or
could probably
I have a phone accessory in here.
string a needle through here and put your yarn through it.
You probably could. Do you remember that
Oh,
croc
oh.
picture where they had a left and a right croc with a knitting needle or something in between, and then they just had So you probably could like
Yeah.
run your.
Oh, and then there's,
These are so cute. This is my flower. Elizabeth found these and they look just like flower.
her little pitties.
So the little pits, the little pits.
I know.
They're so cute.
I got Darlene some beagles, but it's so funny because I found a set and it said they were beagles, and so I ordered them and I got them. And I'm like, these are basset hounds.
Oh,
So I'm like, darn it. And I was like, but I wanted to find Darlene some beagles. So then I finally did find some beagles I sent to her because she has beagles. So yeah. And then I sold the basset hound to someone, but
Sure.
it was kind of funny. I'm like,
That is
these are not beagles.
Beagles? These are basset
I sent her the
hounds.
picture after. I'm like, she goes, oh yeah, that's definitely a basset hound.
Yeah.
Not a beagle.
Not a beagle.
Close, but not.
Not a beagle. Not a beagle.
they lied on their listing.
I know. Anyway, mercy.
What do you have, Elizabeth?
I have a few things.
Not a couple. A
I
few
have a
now.
few.
So let's find out what the definition
Okay,
of a few is.
So
in Elizabeth's mind.
I got the Chelsea Lux Valentine box,
Oh,
which I had never gotten that before, and
Aw.
the box was really cute. It came with all kinds of stuff in it, but I just brought the little minis that were in it, which are so fun. I got it on the glitter sock base, sparkle base. And I have started my Pearl Soho blanket, and then I'm going to make the Sweet Shop blanket, and so I'm hoping to put some of these in that.
Oh, okay.
Possibly. I don't know. I have so many minis now. I never had minis for a while. Now I have abundance
They're reproducing.
that are. And then Diane from Suburban Stitcher I saw she was putting a few things on her D-stash, and I was like, I just caught it at the right time, and she had this Woolberry Fiberco Berry Cormo base, which is US Cormo, and fingering weight in the colorway Pink Canyon, and I'm like, I knew this base because I have some in a green color in the same base. So she had 3 skeins of that
That's
on D-stash,
perfect.
so
That's
I got
beautiful.
that, and I'm gonna probably mix it with the green and
Uh-huh.
do something color work. I love it. So I got that. Then on Webs, they had a sale on their bulky yarns, and I was kind of doing stuff for my sister. So I bought some. And this is, I can never pronounce this company.
Arcunia.
Arcunia?
I don't know why you would
Some.
ask me because
In the Abrazo, which is Spanish for embrace. I don't know. Anyway, it's fine merino wool, 25% poly, and it's a blown yarn, and it is, I don't
It's
know,
very fluffy.
La Venus del Espejo. It's the color. It's very fluffy. I have no idea what it's going to become. Something for my sister. And then I got
oh, that's pretty.
Tabachi
Marisol.
by Marisol, and this is the colorway A Crew, which to me, I don't know how they got that colorway.
That has like, I don't know how well it's coming out on the camera, but it's got like subtle speckles of different colors in there. Like,
Yeah.
It's very pretty.
And
very,
it's-
very pretty.
But A Crew does not look A Crew to me.
No, it doesn't look a crew to me either.
So, but it's, yeah, it's kind of like got a gray undertone and then like some pinky,
Yeah.
purpley vibe to it. And then I got a skein of 14 paints by Juniper Moon Farm in the colorway Harlequin, which is also blown yarn. I don't know why I've been obsessed with doing something with blown yarns. I have not knit with them before, so that. And then a skein of Queensland Brisbane base, which is an Australian superwash, and colorway is Mantis Shrimp. Which is
that's
a green
pretty.
with like some orange and pink in there. And I think I'm gonna make her the Chubby Butterflies hat out of this. And then the leftover natural that I had. And then I also got from Etsy from the Yarn Loving Lady. A friend of mine lost her mother a couple months ago, and she's a huge, she lives in Philadelphia, and she's a huge Eagles fan. So I found this colorway called Fly Eagle Fly. So it's for the Eagles, and so I'm gonna crank her a pair of socks and send them to her. Just to,
That'll be fun to see how that one turns
yeah, I don't know if it's gonna stripe or what. And then I also got a sweater quantity of,
Beautiful.
Carrie's gonna try to steal this. The Kinetic Knitter yarns on the merino sock twist, which is all superwash merino. 2-ply in the colorway is orange peel. I got a sweater's quantity of this. And what I'm going to do with this is I have on order from the Sated Sheep the Knitting for Olive mohair in the color blood orange, which is a beautiful color. And I think it'll really,
That'll be so
and
pretty.
it all stemmed from those socks I made in the fall. Remember that had the green and the orange, and
It
that, like,
did.
that orange is like calling me.
Uh-huh.
And I got an orange cashmere sweater for Christmas, and I don't know, I'm just like little bright oranges kind of.
And Mika, before you made the socks, you started the orange on your Soho square.
Oh yeah,
That's really where the orange. I was like, because your sock
Yeah,
reminded me of
yeah.
that. Yeah, the same
is kinda
orange. Yeah, the
orange
same orange
thing
pop.
going on. Orange and yellow this year. Wow. Isn't
Yeah.
that weird?
Orange is awesome.
Very weird. I know. But anyway,
I don't know.
so I'm waiting for that mohair to come in. And then I don't know on Etsy
that's
as
pretty.
well. This is from Diane Yarns, which is a dyer in Texas.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think I want to say she's in Austin or St. Marcus or somewhere pretty close. And she does these beautiful, what do they call them, gumballs?
Mm-hmm.
And this color is the Rose Garden colorway. And it's on fingering weight, which is 80% merino, 10% cashmere, and 10% nylon, 400 yards. So I will crank a pair of socks, I think, out of that.
It has a little bit of yellow in
Yeah, hand
there.
knit socks. Yeah. So it's like a peachy pink, blush pink, yellow, and green. Natural.
You have to show your bag though, because look
Oh,
at these sheets.
this is hilarious. This came for free one time from, I think, Meds. From Lana Grossa. I ordered something
Look
online.
at
Yeah,
those.
isn't it
Look at those cute
hilarious?
little. That's like perfect
I just love
Valentine.
this little, yeah.
Mhm.
I use it a lot
Sweet.
too, just to toss stuff in.
Okay, we should count. How many
No,
is it?
no.
Four,
Because
five,
wait, this isn't
six,
even everything. I didn't
six.
even bring everything because I knew you guys would get on. this.
7,
8,
8, 9, 10, 11,
9.
12, 13.
Okay, and then
So,
I had to go to the bathroom. I have retrievers.
I hate when that happens.
And I really was stress relieving when I went there, and I like looked through the entire store, like every single thing in the store. I like turned that store upside down. It was crazy. I mean, I was probably in there for 2 hours.
Wow.
I mean, like literally just touching, feeling, it's total stress relief. And in their sale section, they had this. I'm obsessed with cashmere now. They had some Cat Lang yarns, cashmere light, which is actually, it's kind of like got a core. Poly core, and then it's all cashmere. So it's, I think, 12% poly core and then 88% cashmere. And it was on clearance. And Caitlin Hunter, a few years ago, I took a class there with Caitlin Hunter on the like a colorwork class, and I did the Tecumseh sweater from that. And
do you want us to hold stuff for you?
Sure. She was
Here,
that's
I'll take this one.
okay.
I'll hold the orange that's in your bag.
This is gonna go together. Those three.
These 3.
She was doing a hat, designing a hat during the class, or like kind of in between class, and it was the Daya hat, DYEA, and it was made out of this yarn. So
Okay.
and the hat was really pretty, but I was like, I don't want to spend that much money on a hat. But then when it was on clearance, and I actually felt they had the sample hat there, and it was off of the display, so you could actually. And I put it on, and I was like, I have to have this hat. I mean, the feel of it was just. So
Are you gonna make one for your
luxurious.
sister?
I don't know. I might be selfish knitter. So I'm gonna do one out of those 3 colors. This is the dark brown and this rosy color and like a mint green. And then I got this olive green. I lost a stain. And kind of a rusty red and a gray.
Oh, that's pretty.
So the olive green will be the main color. And this one, the dark brown, will be the main color. So I'm probably gonna do 2 of those hats out of it. And I don't know if I'm gonna give one away or just keep them to myself. And then I got a couple other skeins of cashmere that were on clearance.
So we've got 9, 10, 11, 12.
I don't know what this will
13,
become.
14, 15, 16, 17,
Oh,
18.
feel
A
it.
few is 18.
Feel it.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that
And a
feels
couple
good.
is-
Oh my
6.
gosh. Okay, so I got a cute bag with it. Because I spent so much.
One over there.
Okay, that's it.
Elizabeth Math.
That's it. That's all the yarn I got. I did get one other thing, and it's a book by Knitting for Olive.
Very
It's
pretty.
a really nice book. There are so many beautiful patterns in here that I want to make. I think the first thing I want to make though is this
Oh, that's pretty.
beautiful kind of a t-shirty. I think it'd be nice for work.
That's very nice.
And so, yeah, there's just so many beautiful sweaters in here.
Mm.
And it's a really nice book, and it tells their story in the beginning, which I think is really, really cool. There's this one. I want to show one more that I want. Where's that one? It's coming up. Nope, I don't know. Oh, there's a really cute, just a plain vest, but I think it's very cute. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna probably make a few things out of this.
Did you see that they're making a 52 weeks for accessories?
Yeah,
by Lane?
it just came out.
Mhm.
I think this morning I saw that the Faded Chic got theirs in, so I might go check that out. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't like browsed. Usually they have all the patterns that you can browse on Ravelry.
Yeah.
I haven't done that yet, so I don't know what all's in there. But I love those books because they have, I think they have all
They're
of
just
them.
beautiful.
Yeah.
That's pretty.
Then I got this other pattern from. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's French, I think. Anyway, this sweater is called the Keep It Warm sweater. And it's just gorgeous.
It's
and I
very
have
pretty.
some pink Miss Babs yarn and some, actually I think it's Shibui Silk Cloud mohair. Or is it? It might be the mohair from Pearl Soho, now that I think of it. Yeah, which is equally as nice as this Shibui. Same amount of silk, I think, in a pink color. And I think I'm gonna make this sweater out of it.
That's
Yeah.
gonna be pretty.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
In fact, this is what I was going to cast on when Darlene said, let's do the no frills. And I was like, okay, so then I put this on hold. But I think I'm gonna cast it on pretty soon, so I have a couple objects going. Imagine.
Wow.
Wow, she'll have like 3 things on the needles.
Yeah.
It's gonna be kind of
Yeah.
wild. I wonder what she calls that. What's 3 in your book?
Stress.
Anxiety.
3 lips of stress, anxiety. Yeah.
Oh.
No, I'm just
What
kidding.
are those?
Oh, just some stuff for my shop. I've been busy too cranking. Made a bunch of yarn cozies.
A few.
It's just
So is that 6? 1, 2.
Well, and I made more than these, but these are the different colors that I did. So these are to put your yarn cakes in. They're really great to keep your yarn intact.
I love
As
the ones you gave me.
As you knit down, it keeps the tension on the skein and you don't get tangled messes. And then if you drop your yarn on the floor or whatever, it doesn't matter because it's covered, it doesn't get damaged. They're really nice. I use them all the time, and I've been selling quite a few of them lately. So yeah, so those are my shop.
What size cylinder do you use when you
I do a 60.
a 60?
Mhm.
Okay.
You can probably use any size really. I'm gonna
Okay.
try doing some ribbed ones too to see, like, or some mock rib ones to see how those turn out.
They give more stretch or
But
something?
I can pretty much get,
a large
because you
shape.
can, you turn it inside out, you put the skein and then you just wrap it up. And it will, there's a lot of give in this thing. And then if they get stretched out, what I do is I just like mist them a little bit, or dampen them a little bit and toss them in the dryer. Because they're all superwash. Toss them in the dryer and it just kind of pulls them together again.
I wish we could like throw ourselves in the
I was
dryer.
about to say, that'd be
We can
nice
pull
if I could do
ourselves
that with my-
together.
Throw my hips in the dryer today.
Make myself tighter in a few places.
That's so funny. Yeah, and then what else? I've been on kind of a stitch marker. I got into this stitch marker crazy day. I don't know. I was just like, just having fun making stitch markers. So I made some cute sets of stitch markers. You can see
They're so pretty.
this one is really cute. It looks like little knit stitches out of hematite beads. You can see that there. So I made that set. This is a bigger set. This is called Starry Night. And there's like stars and moons. There are a lot of gemstones and crystals and little charms.
pretty.
that, and then I made 2 sets of these cute ones with cowboy boots. They have a wooden cowboy boot bead.
The rodeo is going on in San Antonio.
Maybe that was it, huh? I don't know.
We got really good seats on Super Bowl Sunday.
Oh gosh.
I wonder why.
Yeah. So this is the rose gold set. And then this one is more like the blue tones. Or greens and blue. So I thought those were cute. And then one other set. It's a rose gold set. Kind of mixed metals, but mostly rose gold pinkies. Which I think is really pretty too. So if you need any fun stitch markers, I try to keep the prices down. Because I just enjoy making them.
Yeah.
So that's that. That's all I got.
A few things.
Well, I made those. I didn't buy those.
We made a few of them.
Yes, I did.
6? Is there 6 of them?
That's a couple.
That's a couple.
is
Oh.
6.
Stop. Oh yeah. So what else is I'm gonna be starting to travel a little more for work. They want us out now more. They took our travel restriction off, so they want us out more. And then I am picking up some of my old customers starting April 1st. My old account distribution partners, so not actual customers but partners. So I'll be managing. I'm gonna have a hybrid role now, so I'm glad because I started as a channel manager, as a regional strategic channel manager, and then after 2 months they pulled me over to the national team, and I've been on the national team for a year. And I like it, but I've learned a lot, and I like it, but I miss more interaction with actual sales opportunities. So the regional side provides that. So we lost a guy last year, and because of the economy, we're not hiring right now. So I volunteered for a hybrid position, which is going to be a lot more work, but I'm actually looking forward to it. So I'm going to pick up, 2 Texas distributors and then 1 from Alabama. And then give up 1 of my nationals and keep the other one. So it'll be interesting. But anyway, it's going to require some more travel. So.
More
Better you than
shops
me.
to visit.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's what's going on in my life.
Jackson had major surgery.
Oh,
so
yes.
keep him in your thoughts and prayers for him.
My angel boy, he's my, I don't know, like German Shepherd, Belgian Malinois mix, whatever. He's a mutt.
He's the best
But
boy.
He is the best dog ever. The best dog ever. And he started limping Monday of this past week. I had the day off. I had to take Paige to go take her car to the shop, and then she was going to use my car, and I was going to use my brother-in-law's. And I'm really a very sedentary person, so I don't like move as much as Elizabeth does. So this past week has been crazy with just stuff to do, like helping Paige with the car and everything. So I mowed the yard first thing in the morning because I knew I had to help Paige in the afternoon, and then my mom needed help with some reports on her Microsoft Money, and so I had all these errands to run, and I come home from my errands and he's limping.
Aww.
And so I call the vet, and they can't get me until Wednesday, so I make the appointment for Wednesday. And I thought maybe because I mowed the yard that morning, maybe he stepped on a scorpion or got a little bug bite or something, because I kept looking at his paw because it looked like it was his paw that was bothering him. And there was a portion of it that was a lot thicker. Come to find out, that's a bone spur.
Oh no.
Yeah, so.
I didn't know dogs can get bone spurs.
And honestly, I don't think I knew either, but what ended up being wrong with Jackson is he tore his ACL, which is a CCL in dogs. So he had to have TPLO surgery. And so when they did the radiographs for the TPLO surgery, is when the doctor noticed the bone spur also in his paw, which is, what I kind of thought maybe was what was hurting him, like why he wasn't putting weight on it. But it was his knee. So, and then they even showed me the before pictures. And so like your femur is supposed to be over your tibia, like this, like straight one over the other. And Jackson's was like this. So of course he didn't want to put any, pressure on that paw because it wasn't in line. There was no.
Do you think he could have done it because of trying to favor that paw, that leg, you know, like positioning his leg oddly because of the bone spur that might have caused the knee?
Well, the bone spur's on the same side, so
Is it the same leg?
it's the same leg. Yeah, the same leg on the bone spur.
Mm.
But
Okay.
he did ask me. He said, "Has he had any prior injuries?" And I said, "Not that I know of, with the exception of like 4 years ago, he was attacked in our backyard by." We used to have 2 pit bulls that lived behind me. They don't live there anymore. And they busted through my fence and they came and they just like knocked Jackson over. I mean, like,
That's horrible.
I could just see Jackson's face. He's probably thinking, oh, look, somebody's coming to play with me. And they just like knocked him over and started like tearing him up. And I took him to the same vet back then. And, you know, but he had some like cuts like up on his chest and stuff and like around his head and everything. I don't know if maybe at that time he could have like been like the knocking over and then it's slowly like tearing over a period of time, or the reason I mentioned that I mowed my yard Monday, which is when he started limping, because when I mow the yard in the backyard, first I mow the front and then I go in the back. When I'm in the backyard, both Jackson and Flower come outside with me and they kind of love like running around, and they run around more than normal, right? Because like they're trying to decide, are we going to attack the lawnmower or are we going to, you know, play
They're protecting you from
are we going to play with the new, you know, squee toy mom found before she, you know, ran over it? Because, you know, the grass kind of gets high and some of their toys get lost. So they kind of play a little bit rougher on the days that I'm outside mowing my yard. So it could very well be that while, you know, I come in from mowing the yard, I go straight to the shower before I leave to go help Paige. You know, he could have been like roughhousing with Flower out there, and you know, Flower is strong. She's smaller than Jackson, but she's
all muscle.
strong. She's all muscle, and you know, but she could have knocked him over. You know, like not on purpose or anything, but just the way that they roughhouse. He could have like, you know, like we twist our ankle or we twist our knee or something. It could have been one of those, but I honestly have no clue how he tore his ACL. But the good news is, because he did tell me when I was, you know, trying to beg, borrow, and steal every penny for the most expensive surgery on the planet.
That is not a cheap surgery.
No, it's not cheap, and I'll be paying for it for forever. But he did tell me that there's a chance that they can tear the other leg, right? So I said, well, when you do your radiographs, can you check his left leg? Because it's his right leg that tore. So could you check his left leg and see if he's got any like partial tearing or inflammation, or like, do you think it's going to tear in the next 200 years it takes me to pay this first surgery off? So that type of thing, you know, whatever. Of course, he can't give me any guarantee, but he said that his left leg looks perfect. So no, doesn't have any inflammation, doesn't have any problems. It's lined up like it's supposed to be. So fingers crossed the other side doesn't tear. So, but he does have some hip dysplasia, and the vet did say that now that we've corrected his right leg, that some of the hip dysplasia will correct itself, but it will not completely correct it. I think one of them has a 40% out and one of them has a 30. He said we might be able to get both of those down to 20, but he'll still have a little bit of hip dysplasia. So we'll find out like in mid-April when he gets new radiographs after all this. He's got to do physical therapy. I've got to ice his knee and medication.
Will they do the aqua therapy?
They did not tell me we're doing aqua therapy, so and I didn't
that treadmill in the water.
And I didn't see one of those, but you know, I didn't get to go in the bath. So all I know is I have to take him like every 2 weeks for a follow-up, and then you know, do stuff with him. So he just had the surgery yesterday. So he was diagnosed Wednesday. He had the surgery yesterday. I picked him up yesterday. So today's like day 1. So we'll see how it goes. Say a prayer or give him some good vibes or like, you know, mojo, whatever you do. So thank you.
What about you? You got a new dog.
Yeah.
Because one wasn't enough.
No, because Lily is so crazy. She's a working dog, you know, she's a puppy. I'm like, what if we got her a friend to play with? And actually, it all started because my daughter said that someone dumped a bunch of blue heeler puppies at the high school and that we should get one and we'll have the whole Bluey family. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Okay, so I bring Lily to the Humane Society to possibly meet someone for her. And they did, all those puppies were in foster care already. So they did have one little, like a couple little boy healers. And then, so we met them and I'm like, I can't do puppyhood again. just
Yeah.
can't. It's too much. I just recover from Lily going through puppyhood. So I go and I look at the dogs that are available, and they had a list of ones that don't jump fences, and the calm one, her name was Riley. She didn't jump fences.
She's the calm one.
She was the calm one there, not barking.
That
She
was
was
on the
just chilled.
paperwork.
She was chilled. I'm like, okay, cool. So I bring them out. We do a meet and greet between Lily and Riley, and they have the big where you circle each other, and they didn't pay attention to each other, and then we got them together, and then Riley licked Lily's face, and then they're off playing. And I'm like, oh, maybe this will be good. They'll be best friends. Yeah, so it has helped Lily calm down a little bit.
They do get along well.
They do.
Yeah.
But
a lot.
But Riley is not calm, and she does jump
What?
fences.
she did. She jumped our little fence. So we are now paying way too much money to get because our neighborhood, the HOA only allows wrought iron fences. So I live on a 1 acre lot community. So we're having the back half fenced. So that was my birthday present.
I met Riley for the first time today, and I sat down
Me
on the
too.
couch trying to be calm, and Melissa lets them out, and both dogs bolt over the top of the sofa. Like literally, I was like,
You know, like,
Parkour.
I was like, oh my goodness.
They're
you know
a
those
lot.
dogs that do that, like at course or whatever, and they just like jump over.
Yeah.
Just like, whoosh.
They think our couch is an
And,
obstacle.
and your couch is tall. It's a high
It's- yeah,
top
it's a tall
couch.
couch.
I was like, holy cow.
And they sit on top of it like a perch.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Fun.
I'm hoping. So I tried taking them to this place. They have this app called Sniff Spot. So I go there, and it's my first time using it. You can rent someone's backyard for like $15
Oh.
for an hour. So I find one by my house. It's like 15 minutes away, and I go there. And it's like a 2 acre lot, fully fenced in. But I get there, and there's like trash on the ground, and it's super cluttered. And there's
Oh.
like an RV parked in there. There's a shed that's half open. There's like a Christmas tree out there. There's all sorts of stuff. But I'm like, okay. And I don't see anybody out there. I don't see anybody in the house. I don't see, and like, not that I'm looking in the house, but so I go in there and I walk the perimeter with the dogs because I don't trust the fence, or I don't trust Riley yet because I don't know her that well yet. And then, so then I'm like, okay, I think we're good. And I let them off leash, and they're running around playing, and then going places I can't find them because they have above ground pool too. So they're like checking out everything. And then we're kind of on the other side, and I hear barking, and then I see people pulling up, and I'm like, oh, because school's coming, letting out. And then I come closer, and their 3 dogs are out in the yard too. And I'm like,
The owners?
yes.
Oh my gosh. Did they not know you were
They
coming?
didn't know. They
Oh,
didn't check
gosh.
the app to
Oh
see
my
who
gosh.
came.
Okay.
And then the guy's like, oh, I just had surgery this morning, and I'm so sorry I didn't see you guys on the app. And I'm like, we're leaving. Like, there's parts I can't see my dogs, so I don't trust them if they're gonna get into something. Your dogs were out here. Like, there's just so many things. And he's like, oh, I'm so sorry. And he had so many excuses. He's like, I'll give you your money back. I'm like, I don't really care. It's the first time I've used the app. I'm done. I'm deleting the app from my phone. I'm done with this.
Yeah.
Like, he
No
just
more
had,
sniff spot for
no,
me.
no. And then I left a bad review. Like, I gave him 2 stars and put a picture of like half the garbage that was sitting in the yard. I'm like, this is just no good.
And that was in the fenced in part?
Mhm.
Oh yeah, that's not good.
It's not good. So
I can see if it was outside, clear where the dogs were. But
yeah.
I've never heard of sniff spot.
Me either.
I mean, I'm sure it's fine for other areas, but I'm like,
It didn't
no,
work for you.
It didn't work for us. So
Hmm.
I tried. I'll just go to the
Interesting.
dog park because my dogs aren't reactive. So just trying to. And then sometimes I'll take them to our neighborhood park when there's no kids out because that's fully fenced in, and I'll let them run there too. But we are getting a fence Monday through Wednesday, so then they
That's
can go
good.
around and eat all the treasures the deer leave for the,
Now, how
the
will,
deer skittles.
will the deer be able to get in?
I think
with the
so because
fence?
it's a 5-foot fence.
So the deer
but
can jump it.
probably, but they can see through it because it's wrought iron, and
Yeah.
hopefully they'll be okay. And then Trevor works for a company that did the fence, or he worked in a model home, and I would bring the girls there to run around there. and they have the same 5-foot fence, and they couldn't
Okay.
get out there. So I've tried it out with
Oh,
him.
good.
So
That's good.
Cool.
so that's the dog drama.
That's a lot.
It is a lot.
I know I got here, I was like, oh,
I know,
oh my
it's not
gosh.
bad.
My guys are, okay, Sullivan just turned 14 on day before Valentine's Day. He has the same birthday as you. And, yeah, we took him for a pup cup and he was like shook the whole way in the car. I'm like, you're not going to the vet, you're going somewhere good. But my guys are just all like chillaxed now because they're hyped for like when someone comes to the house for like 5 minutes and then that's it.
I'll get there. It's just gonna take probably 3 years.
We'll get there eventually.
Yeah.
So
We'll be looking at Lily like, are you gonna get up? And she'll probably like pick her head up, look at you, and go like, yeah, not happening. Yeah.
So,
Oh,
yeah.
good.
And then Riley can jump fence it, like our little tiny fence we have outside. And then she's also jumped our baby gates and almost ate one of our cats. So it's been,
Oh my gosh.
it has some benefits, but it's also more problems, but it's okay.
With Jackson having his surgery, I got a second gate, like the one I have at the end of my hallway. And because that one has a little, like one piece busted, so it kind of goes back and forth, and I'll replace it with the new one. But it's like, I don't know, 38 or 40 inches high. It's on Amazon. It's pretty reasonable if you need a different
She'll
gate for that.
she'll jump it.
That dog can jump. I mean,
She's a tall. It's funny because
she's
Riley,
all leg.
she is, and it's funny because Riley and Lily weigh almost well. Lily's a little bit heavier, and Riley's taller. It's
Yeah.
just they're different frames.
She's very lanky.
And she does her little howling now that she gets to know us. She's like a husky shepherd mix. I'll put a picture
She's
of
really
them.
cute.
She's beautiful.
They're both beautiful girls,
They
and they
are.
get away with too much with me. And that's probably
Someone in our neighbor in Buda on the Buda website and Facebook posted yesterday or last night dog that they found, and it was a blue heeler and it looked just like Lily, and I was like, and I'm reading to make sure, I'm like, she couldn't have gotten all the way up here.
No.
But it looked so much like her. I was like, holy cow. So, oh my.
yeah. It's a little bit of a hot mess.
Oh my. All right. Well, I guess that's it. I mean, you got busy March coming up. I'm going to the Hill Country Weavers Retreat.
I didn't know that. That's neat.
Yeah, I signed up this year. I think it's the 6th it starts, 6th of March, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, something like that. So I'm looking forward to that. I don't know, we'll try to, I don't know if we'll be able to podcast in March or not. We might not be able to, but we will be going live again with Pia Trans from formerly the 50 Fabulous Knits, and now it's called the Traveling Miss Knits. She does a knit-a-thon in the spring, and then in the fall. And for the spring one, it's on April 6th, I believe it
I
is.
think so, yeah.
6th and 7th, it straddles like 24 hours. We're going to be doing a live. We did it last time. Had a little trouble with our video being the wrong
Yeah.
direction, but we'll get that worked out this time. So we definitely will be podcasting then, and I think I requested like early afternoon on that Saturday. So we will post it on Instagram and probably have you put it in the Ravelry
Sure.
group, the time slot when we're all shored up with that. And yeah, I guess that's it. And then you have grandbaby coming in April, so a lot
I
going
do.
on.
I do.
Oh, and I'm going on vacation for a week. My girlfriend and her husband are driving from Michigan with their dog, their little dog Brinkley. He's so cute. He's a Havapoo, and he's a cute little thing, little furball. And then my other girlfriend Julie, I've known these ladies for I don't even know, 30 years, 40 years. I guess probably 40 years. But I met them through work in Michigan, and we've just been friends ever since. And so anyway, they're driving down, and they rented a house on South Padre. So we're gonna go down there for a week.
That sounds
I'm
like fun.
excited.
That
Yeah,
sounds like fun.
it'll be a lot of fun.
You know, you forgot to show your rabbit.
Oh, yes.
Back here.
I did. Oh, yeah. So I was at Costco the other day, and I turned, and in the middle of the aisle, they had this huge display of these chocolate bunnies. And then I looked, and I'm like, these chocolate bunnies are wearing sweaters.
Knitted
Knitted
sweaters.
sweaters. And you get 4 of them in the package. They come, so they're each individually boxed, but they come 4 in a big box, and they're all different colors, and they had, you know, all different color combinations in the big set. So yeah, I just brought one of them to show you. But they are stinking adorable, and I think it was like $16 for 4 of them or something like that.
If you flip it around, they even have
Oh
a
yeah,
sweater
even
on the back.
even
as
on the
well.
back, yeah. It's like a 3D bunny. I'm like,
You
I
can't eat
will
those.
probably never eat this. I don't know, because they're so stinking cute. I don't know if I could eat it. And there's pink. I got pink and purple and this and can't remember, maybe a yellow or something. I don't know, but they're just so cute. I have no idea how they taste, but they're very cute.
I'll sacrifice it here. I'll try one.
How could you bite that bunny's ear? He's so cute. He's got little hands in his
Shouldn't be
pocket.
biting the sweater.
Just the ears.
He kind of
It
matches
can
me
be
today.
A short-eared
Kinda
bunny.
does,
So if you're looking for chocolate bunnies and sweaters, go to Costco.
That was
Weird.
on my Easter list. Chocolate bunnies and sweaters.
I know.
I need to
Too
get a
cute.
sweater. Just get it for us.
Yeah, too cute. Anything knitted. Yeah.
Anyway, all right. Well, thank you for spending time with us. If this was your first time, welcome, and we hope you'll come back again. And if you're returning, we're so glad to have you back. And you know our shenanigans by now, so we are what we are. But we hope everyone is doing well and getting through winter. I know that some spots in the country have had some pretty significant weather situations going on. So mid-February, spring will be here before you know it. So
Yeah.
and we'll have the hot summer before we know
Yeah,
it.
we'll
So
be dying. Yeah,
Yeah.
wanting this cold weather
Yeah.
back. So.
but anyway, so all right. Well, thanks for spending time with us, and take care and a happy knitting. Bye.
Bye.